morning everyone. This is Rebecca Jane from Yoga with Rebecca Jane. And today we'll be doing a meditation, a mindful session on letting go. This practice today, or the session today, will give you an idea, it could be a starting point for most of you, on how to begin to let go of things that you're carrying. And we start with more of the physical carrying, weight, the tension, the stress that we carry on in our bodies. The first part is the breathing. It's called a 4-7-8 breathing technique. And then we're going to go into some stretches, concentrating on the hip openers. Even though we're doing a lot of sitting, if you're in a chair, you can do these stretches in a chair as well. And then we'll go into a meditation, which is called letting go. And I think you'll really enjoy that meditation. Let's begin with sitting up nice and tall. Wherever you're sitting on a chair, sitting on a cushion, I want you to find that spine in your mind's eye. Imagine what it looks like, where it's not rigid, but it's not too relaxed. There's a sense of being grounded, rooted down, but at the same time lifting. There's a softness to the way you're sitting. And notice how your shoulders feel. Do you immediately tense your shoulders? Drop them down, lift them up and roll them back and down. And simply by doing that, it relaxes the shoulders. Let's start with the breath, the 4-7-8. This helps us sleep. It's a great breathing exercise if you're having trouble sleeping. But it also is wonderful during the day if you're under a lot of stress or you need to kind of get yourself focused and together. 4 is the inhalation through the nose. The 7 is the hold. And the 8 is the exhalation through the mouth. The longer the exhalation, the more you will, the longer than the inhalation, when the exhalation is longer than the inhalation, it induces relaxation. And the exhalation represents letting go. You let go of the tension. You let go of the upset. You let go of things. So let's do that. You can do this with your eyes closed, and I'll work, we'll do 4 sets of these. If the holding to 7 is way too long, just cut it down. And if you don't want to hold, then just do the 4 and then exhale the 7 or the 8. Okay, let's first exhale through the mouth, empty the lungs completely. And then take a breath in, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then finally, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then return to your natural breathing. Continue sitting here for a moment with your eyes closed if possible. If that's uncomfortable, keep your eyes looking downward to the ground. Coming back to your rhythm of the breath, your natural rhythm. Noticing maybe how different your body feels from doing that breathing exercise. Seeing if there's been a shift. first. So just take a moment here, observing. And start to move into that belly breathing, inhaling, expanding the belly, and exhaling, drawing the tummy in. They call it belly breathing because I suppose it was an American breathing exercise. So let the tummy expand as you inhale, and then exhale, draw the tummy in. Soften the shoulders down. Let's do this just a few more times. So this is also another breathing exercise, belly breathing, that helps to relax the nervous system, helps you let go of clinging to an emotion or something that is upsetting you that you can't get rid of. Just taking this pause, and then let your eyes gently open. As we start to do some stretches. Right hand on the outside of your hip. If you're on a chair, on the edge of the chair, or on the arm of the chair, lift your left arm up, and let's stretch over to the right. And from here, bring that arm a little further back, and bring your mind's eye right to the left hip joint. Feeling and keeping both hips, keeping both sit bones on the ground or on the chair. And then inhale, lift your arms back up, and let's go over to the other side. Left hand on the outside of the chair or on the ground. Reach your right arm up and stretch to the left. Bring your mind's eye to your right hip. Feeling into that stretch from all the way up the side of your body, but that includes the hip joint. And then inhale, lift back up. Reach both arms up. Interlace the hands if that works for you. If you can't do that for whatever reason, don't worry. Keep the arms separate, the hands separate. Lift up, stretching through those fingers. And as you do so, draw the hands a little further back, maybe as far as above your head, if you have the flexibility in the shoulders. And then release the hands from each other. Place them behind you on the chair or on the ground, on your fingertips. You can even grab hold of the edge of the chair and take a breath in and lift up, peel open that chest. Soften the shoulders down, inhaling and exhaling. And then from here, come back up nice and tall. We're going to do a forward bend. And I know that if you're on a chair, you just go forward on the chair. If you're sitting on the ground, extend your legs, and let's go forward over those legs. Stretching out the backs, stretching out the thighs. Keep breathing in and breathing out. Now notice where you're feeling tightness in the body. In the middle back, in the hips, the shoulders. With the exhalation, you'll inhale, there'll be a slight lifting up, and with the exhalation, fold down a little bit more. As if you can release that tension and that tightness through the exhalation. And then inhale, lift back up. And let's just shake our legs out. Loosen up, flush out those legs. And for this one can be done, I teach this in my chair classes. You're going to place your right ankle on your left thigh. So if you're sitting on the chair, obviously your left foot will be planted on the ground with the knee and ankle underneath the knee. But if you're sitting on the ground, straighten your left leg, right ankle on the left thigh. And whether you're sitting on the chair or on the ground, take your right hand, press your right knee down. Now this is called a pigeon in yoga. And it's one of those amazing stretches for your glute muscles, your hip muscles, psoas muscles. And what I want you to do, lean forward. Sitting on a chair, you actually feel this stretch a little bit more intensely. And if you're getting an ouch and a, ooh, I can feel that, breathe through it. It's something I recommend to everybody to do every day. Even if you did it multiple times a day, it's not going to hurt you. And stretch, and then inhale, lift back up. And then unstretch that leg, re-straighten that leg, shake it out. Do a little flushing of the legs. And then take your left ankle on your right thigh. And I neglected to mention, if you're sitting on a chair and you cannot bring your leg up to your thigh, just cross it in front of your ankle. And what you do is you take your left hand and push the knee away as opposed to push it down. So inhaling, lifting up, pressing that knee down or away, and then lean forward. And instead of holding the breath, continue to breathe in and breathe out. Let it go. All that stuff that's building up in those hip joints. And then slowly lift yourself back up and then shake it out. If you felt that, it's telling you something. I feel it pretty much every time I do those. So come back to, if you're sitting in a chair, feet are flat on the ground, otherwise sit back. Sit back with a crossed leg. And we're going to do a gentle bend to the right with our head. And if you can take your right arm, wrap it around the head and place it on the ear, maybe even towards the jaw. Take an inhale, lift up tall. Your spine doesn't change the shape, it's just the neck. And gently draw the head downward a little bit. Pull it down, but without any force. Let the eyes close here. I want you to feel into that left shoulder. If you want to add a little bit more to the left shoulder, you can take your left hand on that left shoulder and just push it down a little bit if you want, if you feel that you need a little bit more. And feel free to take your chin and drop it down a little bit towards the right side of your chest. And let the breath flow in and let the breath flow out. And then just bring your head back a little bit. And then release your right arm first. Place your right hand on your right cheek. And then lift your head back up. Okay. The head to the left now. Left arm wrapped around the head or not. This is not necessary. It just adds a little bit more to the stretch. It helps a little to stretch out your neck a little bit, give it a little extra. And then gently draw the head down just a little bit further without tugging on the neck. Let the breath flow in and imagine that exhalation as the release, the letting go. Especially as we face the Christmas holidays, there's a lot of things we carry around with us, a lot of extra stress. Let your chin drop down towards the left side of the chest for a moment, and then inhale the head back up, and then release your left arm off the head, and then come up nice and tall. And little circles, half circles with the chin facing towards the chest, or dipping towards the chest, little circles, and then lift up and then let the head drop backwards. That should feel nice. And little swings back and forth, loosening up the front of your neck. And then bring your head back to center. Few little lifting, inhaling the shoulders up and then exhaling, dropping them down. Creating tension in the shoulders, extra tension. Inhaling, lifting, and then exhaling, letting all that tension go. One more time, inhale, lift, and then exhale down. Take a few moments here to find that seat, to return to that belly breathing. Your eyes towards the ground with a soft gaze. Every time you exhale, imagine yourself becoming more and more relaxed. You can even use the mantra or the affirmation or the statement "let" with the inhale and exhale go. So giving yourself permission to relax. Allowing the breath to fill your body. And then as you breathe out, let your body feel heavy. And take a moment to feel how deeply you breathe in and how deeply you breathe out. How nice it feels to have the opportunity to focus on your breath. Now I want you to imagine holding two balloons, one in each hand. The string soft and kind to your skin. And you feel the gentle pull of the balloons as they move gently with a passing breeze. And as you breathe, you begin to notice the balloons start to move to the tune of your breath. Breathe in and see the balloons rise slightly higher into the sky. And breathe out. See the balloons sink slightly towards you. Allow your breath and balloon to connect, your balloons to connect. Watching the balloons move effortlessly with the rhythm of your breath. Now notice what color you have given the balloons. The balloons represent two things: your body and your mind. Bring your attention to the balloon which represents your body. And as you breathe, focus on your body. How it feels in the position you're in. Any areas you feel tension. any areas you feel pain. Breathe and observe your body. With the awareness of your body, send the tension and pain into the balloon. Feel how what you have been holding in your body travels up the string and into the balloon. And as the balloon fills with what you feel in your body, does the balloon start to change color? A color you feel represents tension or pain from within your body. And then notice how your body feels as you move through these feelings from your body to the balloon. Does it feel a little lighter, a little freer? And then breathe deeply and allow any last feelings or tension to move into the balloon. Breathe in and observe all the feelings now within the balloon. And as you breathe out, let go of the balloon and watch the feelings of tension and pain leave you, gently floating away. Watching as the balloon floats away, does your breath begin to slow even more as your body relaxes deeper? Noticing how it feels to let go of tension and pain from your body. And be aware of how it feels to let go. As the balloon gets smaller and smaller, the further away it gets, until finally it's gone. And notice how the out-breath allows you to let go of the tension and pain from the body. Now bringing your attention to your mind, on your mind. The thoughts, how busy the mind can be. And as you breathe in, notice the thoughts that are in your mind. And as you breathe out, allow your thoughts to travel down your neck, shoulder and arm to the string that you hold in your hand. So not just noticing the thoughts without analyze them or scrutinizing them. Just let them float down your neck and shoulders and arms to the string. And watch how your thoughts fill the balloon with each breath. And notice how your mind begins to feel as you move the thoughts to the balloon. And breathe deeply and notice how the balloon is filled with thoughts. Does the balloon begin to change color to represent your thoughts? Observe the balloon as you breathe in and you breathe out. And just notice how all the thoughts you have put into the balloon, just observing them. And take a deep breath in. Then as you breathe out, let the balloon go. Watch as your thoughts slowly float away from you. Does your breath begin to slow down? Does your mind feel clearer? Watching as the balloon with your thoughts gently floats higher and higher into the sky. Until finally it's gone. And enjoy how it feels to let go with each out-breath. Just take a few moments, sit with this feeling that every time you exhale, you're releasing something. You're letting go. You're becoming more relaxed. Follow the rhythm of the breath, the inhalation and then the exhalation. And if there are more thoughts, which most likely there will be, simply repeat, let go. With the exhalation, go. With the inhalation, let. Do that a few more times. If you're feeling anything physical, anything in your body, the same thing. Things will pop into your head out of nowhere, random. Just things to remember, things that need to get done. Simply let it go. Doesn't mean you're not going to do it. It's just for now. You don't need to think about it. Or an emotion comes up for you. Sit with it, watch it, and then let it go. It's the clinging on to things, it's the holding on that causes us to feel stressed and causes a lot of unnecessary distress. So for a few more moments, let yourself continue to breathe in. Use your exhalation to let things go. And feel how your body is experiencing this. Whatever you're experiencing is perfectly fine. If you're fighting it, it's perfectly fine. Just if you're finding it difficult to keep your mind relaxed, fine. This is a practice. It's called a practice to learn. It's a practice because it takes time. But very much worth it. Most of the things we think about and feel, worry about, are not necessary. And we carry them like a heavy baggage. They're part of our baggage. We're lightening the load. And as it fills up again, lighten the load again. This balloon metaphor helps us to actually visualize how we can place our thoughts and we place our emotions and our attention in a balloon and watch it float away. So every time you're carrying something that's not beneficial, let it go. Put it in the balloon, let it go. Even if it comes back, do it again, do it again. Do it with loving kindness. And eventually it will feel you'll be able to do that easily, effortlessly. So as we come back into the room we're sitting in, bring yourself back to your breath, your belly breathing, knowing that at any point that exhalation will help to release that tension or that distress you're carrying with you. And all you have to do is be brave enough to let go when you feel ready. Now take a few more deep breaths in and out. And then we're going to return back to our natural rhythm. And feel the air in the room you're sitting in as it touches your skin, or the clothing you're wearing as it touches your skin, bringing you back into the body, bringing you back into the room, listening to the sounds that surround you. And then drop your chin towards your chest. Take a pause here for a moment before you open your eyes. And when you're ready, let your eyes gently open, but keep your eyes downward for just a few moments. Allowing you to adapt to the light, to the day ahead. Taking things step at a time, one step at a time, rather than thinking to the end of the day, towards the end, or an hour from now. That's what mindfulness is, living from moment to moment, but still having a plan, still having a schedule. And then you'll find, if you live like that as much as possible, you won't be full of angst, you won't be full of fear, you won't be full of all these worries and stress. You'll feel lighter. And as I bring my hands in front of my heart, we lift our eyes up as a way to seal our practice for this Monday. Thank you so much for being with me, and I will see you next week, our final session. Namaste, everyone. Thank you. This is Rebecca Jane from Yoga with Rebecca Jane. I'll see you soon.